Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be talking about how we could maybe see an opportunity for us to raise IVs on Pokemon in the future. If you haven't heard by now, there's been talks about Niantic potentially selling this game to a company called, what do you call that, Scopely, that they're going to sell it to them for somewhere around $3.5 billion. This is a company based out of Saudi Arabia, so not too sure. It seems like they run their apps pretty well. I checked out the Monopoly, I checked out the reviews for a lot of their games, and it seems like, you know, most people are pretty happy with it. So you never know what could be coming down in the future for change in this game. Could we see an increase of advertisement or paid tickets? There's always that chance, but I mean, Niantic has been vamping it up recently, almost as if they're getting ready for this, to try to make a little bit more money before they do sell it off. I'm not sure. But what we're talking about in this video is how we could potentially increase our IVs, all right? And at the end, I'm just going to talk about a little bit of a rant about Taco Bell, which is a little bit goofy. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into this. So one of the ways that we can see an increase in IVs are going to be bottle caps. This is no surprise or nothing like that. We've talked about this in length before in other videos, but one way we will be able to get these items, and I feel like they're going to be paid for. You're going to have to pay for these things for sure, okay? You're going to get these through kind of like when we're able to get a Giovanni Rocket Radar. You get one of those, a couple of those a year. You get a couple of Master Balls a year for lucky, and it'll be kind of rare like that in that sense, okay? And this will increase one IV, simple as that. It's not going to be like purifying a Shadow Pokemon where it's going to go up by 3. Although if they want to come out with items in the future to kind of stack the bottle caps to have a greater chance to increase IVs, that they can do that. But that will definitely be a very rare item, and you're going to have to probably go through a bunch of tasks to complete it, as it is going to be for like a pay ticket sort of a deal, right? I mean, it'll be quite amazing. I don't know how everybody would feel about that, but I just think if they were giving out 2 of these bottle caps per year, or maybe just 1, which kind of seems a little bit underwhelming, but let's just chalk it up to 2. I think that's pretty good, right? That seems like a fair enough thing. In 2 years, and you get to increase the IV by 4. Okay. Who knows if they'll come out with these tickets a lot more frequently than we think. That, and then they could potentially even give you one at random. Not just give it to you, but it'll be like a time-gated task for you to complete over a course of time. Maybe catch a Pokemon each day 1 time for 30 days. You know how they time gate it, plus other couple of things. Maybe you have to reach a particular level to even collect these bottle caps in the first place. Kind of like XL Candy. I can see them doing that, but at the same time, if they want to make a lot of more money, then they'll just allow everybody to have it. But who knows? I don't think that they should do it that way. What else can we do? We could see new kind of mini games, and where you complete these particular tasks and then you can get a bottle cap as well, and then they're also very rare. Or what else we can see is you can get these rewards or these items for potentially, if they come out with new levels, then you can get it then. Look, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here, but with this company being bought up, or at least potentially, it's not 100% sure or anything like that, we could see a lot of different changes within this game. Like reversing the avatars, or at least fixing them, because a lot of the clothes and outfits that we do have, I don't dislike the fact that you can call it cross-dressing, but some of the clothes for the females don't look bad on the male, and vice versa. So there's really not an issue there. But what they do need to fix is the fact that some of the clothes do look weird. Even when you bring the chest down, so it looks like you have a chest. Like it was all implemented very lazily by the company that they, I guess you would say, worked under Niantic's wing to do this. So, you know, I do appreciate how they did update it so we can have the sliders and all that stuff. But I feel like with the takeover of this new company, it's not like you're going to see all these changes immediately go. It'll definitely be a slower thing over time for sure. I think we should take a look at something here. I'll go ahead and put this video up, start that right here. And just kind of look at this here. So taking a look at the Master Balls, I'm stacked up on 2. These are very rare. I've used 2 myself personally. One to catch the Galarian Moltres. It was the last one that I needed, and so I used it. And again, these bottle caps will be as rare as Master Ball or the Giovanni Rocket Radar. Those are even rarer. No, not quite, about the same, right? I used quite a few to catch Stinking Kyogre, try to get a good one, and no bueno, did not happen, unfortunately. But definitely going to be something extremely rare like the Master Ball or the Giovanni Rocket Radar in terms of you being able to, stack them up. I mean, again, a couple per year sounds about right. Let me know how you feel about increasing the IVs down below. We're going to take a look at my Pokemon, as a matter of fact, too, so we can kind of get an idea as to what things I would like to increase the IVs on. Definitely would go for some of my Shadow Pokemon, but I do have a bunch of leveled up things that are definitely ready to go as far as 15, 15, 14, and a lot of those numbers as well don't really make too much of a difference. I'm going to be honest, like those are pretty much essentially a functional 100 at the end of the day. So you do have that to think about. Not too sure what's going on here. Let's go ahead and get into the gifts. All right, so we'll go ahead and just start that right there with the Mewtwo. And look at that, 15, 15, 14. And then we got another one that's missing 1 IV. The Shadow that I would totally increase to. But again, if we're getting 2 of these per year, maybe more, but let's just chalk it up to 2 or maybe even 3. It is going to take you quite some time to increase the IVs of these, which I do believe should be that way. Because if they made it so you're just able to collect these or kind of pay to win on these, then that will be an issue. They should never just put the bottle caps in the shop for you to buy. Maybe if they did, it would essentially be what we were talking about, the ticket. You buy it straight outright, there should be a limit, but I don't think they should do that. I should just keep it so you get it through a ticket, and then once you have completed it, then you'll be able to use it. It'll be your last final item that you receive through the research task there. And look at this Kyurem, and that's happening now, so get ready for Kyurem Black and White raids. Some of my friends already have the event starting in their area, and I've been doing a couple so I can get those XL candies. And then my Zarude. And then you have to think about these mythicals that you only get to catch once or twice, and then after that, forget about it. My Marshadow, I was really looking forward to that Pokemon, right? But it turned out to be horrible. I do believe, we'll see it in a minute, it's like 10, 11, or 12, 10. That's not fair. These ticket Pokemon that you're purchasing should literally be 13 floor, and then higher up. They could just, obviously be higher, but that should be the standard for these paid mythical Pokemon that you're buying. That's just the way I feel. Otherwise, it's really not that difficult to implement. I think that they will do this in the future, hopefully. Not really too worried about it, but I just thought I'd throw this idea because it seems like this is more of an actual thing that could happen now compared to before if they do sell this, because it doesn't look like this other company that they're going to be selling it to is just going to not try with it. I think that they're going to start implementing things that will bring in more revenue. I think they understand what a lot of us do want when they see a lot of people kind of voicing their opinion about this game online, and this has not gone without them noticing, or the world. Unlimited remote raids coming back, fixing the avatars, making it so we can use participate in shadow raids via remote raiding, but not just for particular events. You can just do it all the time. We'll have to see, though. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves and get our hopes up, or at least get my hopes up, and then put out information and people think it's real. It's not. And look at this Mew here. I mean, give me a break. It's a 12, 13. I mean, that's just horrible. It's just all bad here. But yeah, who knows? We'll have to see what's going to take place here. Again, this is not just going to be handed off to some random country to take over Pokemon Go, and that's just it. They're just going to let the IP. This game is still important to the Pokemon Company and to Nintendo. This is a very big asset. It's a very efficient marketing tool, and also generating revenue for them too. People think that this game is dead. This game is not dead even close. You have people who fly out to particular countries or states so they can participate in an in-game event. That could or could not work, okay? Because we know that they have a track record for a lot of these events that kind of screw up. And I urge you, if you should always go at the last day of the event. The first day is usually really laggy, but I do believe they are getting a little bit better with these events as time does go on. It's really kind of hit or miss as to the area that they're in and the precautions that they do take to make these things not happen. They have extra cell phone towers or things like that, but again, we'll just have to see. But to be honest with you, I'm not really worried about it. I at this point, they have not even bring up the Go Battle League issues, all right? What if this company takes it over and they fix it, you know, within a certain amount of time? They actually start addressing things, right? So yeah, we don't know all the details. I mean, they could sell it to these people and we can just still have the same people working on it. They just have the ownership and they're just going to call the shots. And then the people that have been always working on it are just now going to have to do the actual freaking work to fix a lot of these bugs and focus on that instead for a little while, and then bring out the more event and new features over time after they have brushed up and kind of fixed a lot of these things. But there you go. Just wanted to discuss this because now this is more of an actual reality now that we know that this game's going to be bought by some other company, right? Now about the rant. All right. So basically, I had another video. I just went off, so I kind of like redid it. I don't want to look that crazy, but I went to Taco Bell and tell me why when you, I know I shouldn't be even eating this garbage ass slop freaking chemical food, but you know, when I got, and it's not even that big of a deal, but you know, you're paying a kind of a premium price for some dog food, right? So you want to get all the dog food that you're paying for. So I had got nacho cheese and they filled it up like this much. It was enough for me to not even dip the chip in. So I come back, I'm pissed, right? I am used to them screwing up my food, and I'm never like a Karen type of person who's gonna go over there and start yelling at the people, the employees. But when you make it home and you come back and you just don't want to go back out, then it starts getting a little annoying. So I come back to Taco Bell and I'm a little furious. I as soon as I get up to the window, I open it and I'm like, just look at this. Well, what's going on here? Like, how do you not actually fill that up? That's super disrespectful. And not only that, it's just flat out just ignorant. Like, what are you doing? Couple pups, fill it up, give me the cheese that I paid for, and that's it. It's not that big of a deal. We're talking about the little chips with cheese, right? So the cashier lady was very kind. She was very nice. The second the manager though got wind of it, I don't even know if it was a manager. It's probably just like a shift leader. She got a massive attitude with me. Such a horrible attitude. It was insane. And that's what pissed me off so bad. And that's when I started kind of snapping back. And then I told her, you know what? For the fact that you made me come back out here and the fact that you filled it up that much, give me some more chips too, please. Because, you know, to make it up for the inconvenience. She grabs it, she slams it on the counter, and then walks away. And then the cashier lady gave it to me. I wasn't going to sit there like, give me your corporate number. Give me your I don't want to waste my time with that crap, and I'm good. But I had a bigger rant before. This one's much more toned down. I don't want... I rewatched it. I was like, I got to remake this video. This doesn't sound good. Anyways, there you have it. So hopefully you're not expecting something super crazy. Okay, maybe it was a little bit more intense than I made it seem, or less intense. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, if you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. Get ready for the Unova tour. It's going to be pretty fun. And take care.